Hey, Viking fans, this is Keith Millard, and you are listening to the One Bar and Lupicus Show. Go Vikes.
All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lupicus Show. I'm One Bar, and it is training camp time. In honor of that, I'm going to bust out a final before preseason games, final 53-man roster projection for the Vikings. Let me tell you, there were some tough calls made. I had to have some very uncomfortable conversations with some players in my office here to let them go. So we're going to hop into that. Comments. I want to hear your comments. Who you think is going to stay, who you think is going to go, where I'm absolutely batshit crazy on some of the guys I kept or gave the boot. Also, remember, hashtag swag in the comments for a chance to win some One Bar and Lupicus swag when we get to 3,600 subscribers. Let's do this. So remember, subscribe, like the videos. Let's hop into this. Let me share this screen. Here we go. Starting off the quarterback position. We've talked about it. I think they're going to keep three. I think Jake Browning, my mindset is Jake Browning is the long-term solution as a backup. Kellen Mond is going to be our quarterback maybe of the future, but I think they got a hankering for Jake Browning to keep him around, see what he can offer. Nate Stanley gets his walking paper, still a candidate for the practice squad, but quarterbacks, nothing groundbreaking here. I do think Kellen Mond will be the backup, but just to be clear, the order of these guys as I got them aren't really in much of an order. Let's go over to running back. Running back, I actually have him keeping 5, counting CJ Ham. I've been on the fence with Amir Abdullah. I think he is 50-50 as far as if he's going to make it or not. More so, not because he doesn't deserve a spot, but there's some very tough decisions when you get down the road, when you get to the offensive line, defensive line, tight end, and a receiver. So in this scenario, got him keeping it. Jake Bargas, AJ Rose, Gonzo, maybe practice squad. But again, pretty straightforward. The only question mark is Amir Abdullah. Heading over to wide receiver. Here's where it gets dicey. I got him keeping 5. D.D. Westbrook, the new receiver, throws a wrinkle in things. Jefferson, Thielen, Westbrook, Smith-Marset, and Chad Beebe. Yes, Beebs. He's making her. BC Johnson. That's the tough one there. Osborne, who, according to some eyeballs out there, Vikings are pretty pleased with what he's done so far this offseason. So who knows? Maybe a dark horse. I think Dan Chesina, unless he just comes in lights out and he is sticking and he is gunning the hell out of those punts. I don't think it's happening. So BC, and then all the undrafted free agents. We know we brought in a handful of them. I think those guys, multiple guys could end up on the practice squad from that. But BC and Chad Beebe, it came down to Smith-Marset at that 6'1" size, I think, can help out with BC. BC added some decent size there. And then Chad Beebe, we know how the team feels about Chad Beebe, so that would be a damn shock if they got rid of him. Let's head over to tight end. So I have him keeping 4 tight ends. And Irv Conklin. Zach Davidson, I don't think by any means he's a shoo-in just because he was that 5th-round pick, but I think they like this guy. I think they like him a lot. Same with Brandon Dillon. The thing we're losing out here, Kyle Rudolph was a pretty good blocker, and these guys, they're going to have to step up. They're going to have to show something that they can do it if they're going to make the team. But Shane Zylstra, the only one I put practice squad next to, is I think he's a guy to keep your eye on in the coming years as far as what he can bring, because he was a damn good receiver, and we actually got to interview him a year or so ago. Great dude, but I think he's one to keep your eye on in the coming years. So tight end kept 4. Offensive line, again, nothing overly crazy. Oli Udoh is getting some good reviews lately, so I got him sneaking in there. Dakota Dozier, yes, I have him making the team. I think he will make the team. I don't think he'll be a starter, but I think he will be on the squad ready to hop in case of an injury. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Drew Samia, it happened. It's Gonzo, Blake Brandel, Kyle Hinton. This one breaks my heart. I always wanted to see Kyle Hinton out there. I look forward to seeing him in preseason, probably at the end of the 4th quarter. But just too much competition ahead of him. Mason Cole is going to be a fun one to watch. He's going to add some good depth at multiple positions. And Zach Bailey, yeah. Drew Samia maybe comes back to the practice squad. Who knows? Maybe they're just done with him. But I just don't see it happening. Let's go over to the defensive side of the ball. So again, remember, comments, what you're thinking at each position as far as who I got making, and also hashtag swag for that One Bar and Lupicus gear. Just imagine showing up to Sunday church in that gear. Defensive line. All right. Hunter, Pierce, Tomlinson, Weatherly, Jones, Richardson, Jalen Holmes. I think the Vikings love this guy. I think they love the fact that he can play defensive end, defensive tackle. He might not play them great, but he plays them decent. I think if we were getting rid of him, we would have already gotten rid of him. I mean, last year. I was surprised to get them last year. Robinson, Watts, I think, again, I think he's a 50-50. He's kind of in the Amir Abdullah. It depends on who they keep, what they want. We definitely added some pieces at defensive tackle this year, but Watts, I think they still want to see what they can get out of this guy. DJ Wanham. And then out James Lynch. That one hurts. Hercules Mataafa, Kenny Willekes, and Jordan Brailford. Willekes, Lynch, I think definitely could be practice squatters, but they got a pretty uphill climb. Linebacker. Kendricks, Barr, Surratt, Nick Vigil, Troy Dye, and Blake Lynch. This one was he looks pretty damn good last year at the end of the year. So I think he still has a very good chance, but honestly, it's a coin flip. Blake Lynch, Cam Smith. I think they do end up keeping 6. It'll be great to see Cam Smith out on the field, period. It'll be great to see what he brings out there. Tough Borland, my man. As much as I love this guy, as much as I love this signing, practice squad written all over this guy, maybe a future special teamer, and then Ryan Connolly. So these are my linebackers. Nothing overly shocking there. Cornerback, keeping 6. Again, nothing crazy. Jeff Gladney, I just put out as far as we don't know what's going to be up with this guy, but I can't see him being there week 1, whether it's a suspension, whether it's something else. But look at these corners. It gets my purple parts moving. This is exciting. I love this. I can't wait to see this secondary in action. I might be headed for a big letdown, but just seeing these guys, I mean, Mac Alexander, Breland, Hand, I'm very excited about Harrison Hand, and Chris Boyd sneaking in. But don't count out Perry Nickerson or Ty Smith either as far as somebody that could be a sneaky play. It seems like every year they always keep a cornerback in the final 53-man where you just kind of go, what the hell? Can't believe they kept that guy. So these guys, Chris Boyd is by no means just going to be handed a spot. And then Dylan Maben as well. Safety, keeping 3. Josh Metellus, our 6th round pick, I think it was last year. 6 is Gonzo, Luther Kirk, Miles Dorn, another guy that I, for some reason, just love more than I should. But Cam Bynum, Woods, Smith, I think it's pretty fair to say. I mean, last year we only kept 2. It's a step up. We're keeping 1 more, so we've got plenty of depth. Finishing off with special teams, Greg Joseph. If you watched the training camp battle video I did, I think Greg Joseph does have a leg up unless Riley Patterson comes in and is completely flawless. I don't think they go that route. Colquitt doesn't even have any competition. And DePaula, he's going to be our long snapper. So that is the 53-man roster projections. As of now, we're going to do one after every preseason game as well, just to see how things are shaking out. But comment below, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and remember, #swag down in the comments.